Am I the asshole for telling my husband this is the worst Mother's Day I've ever had? So obviously today is Mother's Day. Well, I, 24 female, woke up this morning to my husband, 23 male, not at home. In the past, he would do this and come back home with a gift, whether it be Valentine's, birthday, Mother's Day. But when I text him and asked him where he was, he told me he was out buying himself a new pair of shoes. I said, okay. He comes home, invites all of his friends over, and they ride dirt bikes, hang out, and I don't see my husband all day long. I got my toddler, and I went outside to try to spend some time with him. My toddler runs up to him while he's talking, and he turns around and snaps at me and tells me that I need to watch her. This upsets me, so we just went back inside. I went back out again later to ask if he had eaten the rest of the grapes. And when I said, hey babe, he turns around and snaps at me and says, what? In a very irritated tone. I just said, never mind, and went back inside again. The third time really just sent me over the edge when I walked out and asked if he could help me with something. You see, I have placenta previa and can't lift anything over 20 pounds. And he says, I guess you just want me to drop everything I'm doing and help you. And he slams his stuff down on the tailgate of his truck. This motherfucker really have some anger issues, sounds like it. I said never mind and went back inside and never came back out again. About an hour later, he comes inside to grab a drink. He sees I've been crying. I'm highly sensitive, 6 months pregnant, taking care of a wild 4-year-old, and asks in a very irritated tone, what's wrong with you now? I tried my best to tell him while uncontrollably sobbing that I've had the worst Mother's Day ever. And before I can even get it out of my mouth, he calls me childish for crying like a baby and tells me that I'm being an asshole just trying to make him feel like a POS. He then tells me that Mother's Day is for celebrating your mother, not your wife, and that I don't deserve to be rewarded. I laid in bed crying pretty much all day. Damn, I feel so sorry for you. Some background. We've been together 6 years, married 4, have a 4-year-old, and I'm currently pregnant due in September. He never acted like this before. He's always showered me in gifts and shown me so much love on holidays. I'm starting to question if I've been a bad mother and if he's right in saying that I do not deserve to be celebrated for Mother's Day. Am I the asshole for telling my husband that I've had the worst Mother's Day ever and making him feel like a piece of shit? There's an edit to add. I didn't mean he's just randomly started acting this way. He's been nasty in the past, but he's always apologized after and says he'll change. It's just that he's never acted this way on a holiday before. He's always went out of his way to make me feel special on holidays, celebrating me. Now, okay, look, this one is a doozy. I see red flags all over this story. Anytime somebody say they'll change and they've had a history of being bad to you or abusive or mistreating you, and they didn't stop right after that and you never had to worry about that, that's a red flag that you should have acted upon at that time. And for him to disregard your feelings on a special day like Mother's Day, this is just mind-boggling. Because I'm a little conflicted with this story. You said he normally showers you with gifts on Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, birthdays, but for some reason he decides to say that Mother's Days is not to be celebrated towards your wife, but only your mother. So obviously you should know that there's a big change in the way he's behaving all of a sudden. So there's some underlying issue going on, whether he's falling out of love with you, either he's seeing someone else, and I don't want to make no insinuations, but sounds like something fishy going on there. I think you need to move the fuck on. That's what I think, but hey guys, help me out. Am I overreacting? Is there something else that she can do? Go to counseling, talk to someone, have a sit down with him. Leave it in the comments. Let us know. And while you're doing that, don't forget to follow. I'm just getting started.